Hi guys, it's Charlene aka Island Girl. Welcome to my channel. Due to a request in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I did my shelving for my custom storage, my drill storage. As you can see in front of me here, I've got my containers of drills. I've emptied down the shelf. I'm going to show you guys how this came about. As I mentioned in the previous video, the housing is an Amazon box, and you can see that here. I did not cover the back because I knew this was going to go up against the wall, so I didn't bother to put any tape on it, the contact paper. So this is the box. It's a 1B2 size box, and if you're not sure about that, I will tell you. On the measurement, it's 15.5 inches across the top, 12.5 inches come down, and 3 inches deep. So 3 inches, 12.5 inches from top to bottom, and 15.5 inches across. So I chose this box because when I got these containers, I knew I wanted something that would fit, and as I mentioned before, the containers are 2 inches, 2 inches, yeah, 2 inches deep. So as you can see, if I put it in there, it goes all the way in, but I didn't mind because I thought it would have worked that way. But anyway, before I get to that, I'm just diverting now. I knew that if I had to make custom shelves, it would have to accommodate this, and I wanted for there to be 50 containers, because most drills, most kits, big kits that is, often come with 30 to 50 colors of drills. Some have more, but I have extra containers in case. But I definitely wanted something where I would not need to get more containers. So that's why I purchased 40 more of these. As I mentioned, I got 10 as a gift. So let me tell you guys about the cost of everything. I told you guys this cost me $11 everything, and let me break it down to you all and tell you all how. So the containers came in packs of 10. I got 10 from my co-workers, and I bought 4 more packs, so that's 40 containers, and it cost me $45 total locally. That would come up to $6.70 US. So $6.70 for 40 of these. Next, I purchased a roll of contact paper, and that cost me $3.28 US. I did not have a utility knife, so I bought this for $1 US, and when you add that up, $6.70, $3.28, and $1, that it comes up to about $11 US. Now, putting it all together, this is the material I used for the shelves. This is decorative PVC ceiling material. It usually comes in like planks, and it's installed into the ceiling. As you can see, it has a corrugated if you cut it, it's corrugated, and it's very, very, very easy to cut. You score and you snap, and it breaks very easily. But as it is, it's very, very, very steady. I'm bending, I'm putting a lot of force on this, and it's not even bending. So yeah, this is very, very steady, and it's super light. Very, very, very light. So I knew this would be ideal for making the shelves. Initially, I was going to make the shelves out of cardboard. I thought maybe I would double bits of cardboard, corrugated board, and then use the contact paper around it to stabilize it, and then glue it in. But the more I thought about it, looking at the width of this, I thought it would need something in the middle to stabilize it, because if you have a container of drills that is full like this one, and it's in the middle, and you have maybe more, it's going to weigh down. It's going to weigh down, and I did not want that. I wanted something stable. So it was suggested that I maybe locate some of this material, which I did, and that's how this came about. So all I did really was I measured the width, I measured the depth, but I didn't want it to be exactly 3 inches. So I believe I took away just 1/4 of an inch, and I used a pencil and a ruler, and I measured my material, used the utility knife, scored it, and snapped, and it broke off very easily. Once you score it with the knife, yeah, it's very easy. Now, for those of you who may have power tools and can do this with wood, great. I don't have power tools. I wanted to do something that required very little equipment, and this was all I really had to use, apart from the glue gun. So yeah, I don't have access to power tools, so this was very minimal use of equipment. So after I cut my pieces, well, I determined based on the size of this and how many I wanted to fit. I lined up, and I saw that I could fit 7. Now I could have gone this way, but then I would not get all 7. This way it's narrower, so I got 7 to fit here, like that, going across. Then I piled the containers going up to see how many would fit going up, and I realized I would get 7 to fit with a fair amount of space, and I worked out that that space should be enough to accommodate the width of each shelf. Now, my shelves are not exact in space. I tried to make them exact. They sort of look exact, but they're not quite exact. I'm not very crafty, but I decided to just try this, and it worked out, pretty good. So I'm proud of myself that I did this. But for those of you who are crafty, I'm pretty sure you guys can do this a lot better than I could. Anyway, so the next step was to measure and use a pencil and mark off where my shelves would have to go on both sides. Once I got that done, I sort of did a dry run where before I covered everything, I put the shelves in, I put the containers to see the spacing and to make sure that it would be all right. and they all fit up pretty good. Then I took the contact paper. I covered each individual shelf all the way around. I cut a piece for the entire back of the box. Now I did cut away the flaps of the box. Obviously you could see that I cut away the flaps, and I papered the back of the box. I ran the paper along inside of the box and then on the outside of the box. I did not paper the back, as I said, because this would go against the wall and no one would really be seeing this. So let me give you guys a closer look. Now, as I said, it's messy, it's not very neat, but you can see where the glue from the glue stick is there. And you know, the paper is not cut exact. There are some gaps, as you can see, where paper did not cover. Yeah, you see my messy gluing skills there. Right. But it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, you can see a little damage there. As I said, it were the pieces I got were scraps. Some of them were damaged. I tried to keep the damaged portions below where no one would see it. But yeah. And also on the base here, you can see some ridges. Some of the scraps, I put them on the base here to just give this a bit more stability, the base, so that even if I do suspend it, hold this up this way, and I put something heavy here, cooking, it won't bend, right? So that's that, you know. And all I did really was the pieces. After I papered everything, I took each piece, let's pretend this is one of them, and after it was papered, I ran the hot glue along the side, along the back, along the side, and then where I had my pencil marking, I just stuck it in and I held it in place till the hot glue solidified. And some were longer, some were shorter. They were not all exact. For the pieces that were short, I used the glue gun and the glue, and I filled up those gaps to give the shelves some stability. So I'm putting some reasonable pressure on each shelf, and they are holding pretty good with the glue gun. So yeah, on the sides I filled, and even in the back, anywhere I saw space, I just squished in some glue for it to stabilize. And that's my shelf. Next, it was all about filling in my containers. Oh, I forgot to mention. So because the containers are, as I said, they're just like 2 inches deep, and this is 3 inches deep. When I put them in, you know, they were a ways in and stacked together. It was a bit difficult to get, so I came up with a little plan. I needed to fill up the space in the back of the shelves with something so that my containers would protrude just slightly where I can grab them. So I just use wrapping paper. This is wrapping paper from a Diamond Art Club box, and all I did was stuck in the wrapping paper to the back of the box like this. If you are attempting to do this craft, you can cut away your box to get the right size that you need. I did not do that. But you can, of course, edit it to suit your needs. Am I missing one more piece? Yes, here we are. Right, so you're thinking, why? You know, that looks so... But I'll show you something. Let me load these back in. 50, you are staying up there. So I don't know if you're seeing this, but the paper is acting like a spring mechanism at the back. So even though I am sticking 43, 42, oh, wrong shelf. Yeah, the paper in the back is actually acting like a spring mechanism, popping the containers forward. Right, 36, 35. Now, like I said, guys, I am not a very crafty person, but I was inspired to do this. 29, 28. And I gave it a go, and it turned out all right. I think I just mixed up where each of the papers went so that it's not the way I had it initially, but it's just paper, and paper is adjustable. I missed one. Oh, so 33, 32. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, of course now it will, because I pulled the paper out, it's being a bit bothersome. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 12. So, yeah. The paper, as I said, it, apart from it pushing the containers forward slightly, it acted a bit like a spring mechanism where it popped my containers forward slightly if I pushed on it, bringing the container forward. And one. Okay, so containers are there, and because I have the paper in now, the containers are not all the way back, so it's very easy for me to pull and replace. Okay, very easy for me to pull and replace. Of course, if you decide to do this project for yourself, you may have a lot better ideas than I did in making something like this. I'm pretty sure if you go to your dollar store, you will get containers, maybe not exactly like this, but something similar. And yeah, you get a box that you can use, or if you want to build something, you can. You could even get, if you get your hands on this material, you can probably create the housing if you get enough of it out of this, because this hot glue is pretty good. Yeah, and this is nice and decorative. You will definitely get this in your hardware store. And like I said, there's no heavy material equipment needed for cutting this. You just need a utility knife and a pencil and a ruler to draw your lines. And yeah, you could probably make the entire thing out of this. And this is nice and stable. I did not get access to a lot of this, hence why I used the box. But you know, who knows, maybe in future I will upgrade and get this material and do over the entire thing out of this. So yeah, this is just a quick video, DIY, how I did my shelves. Again, the dimensions 15.5 by 12.5 by 3 inches deep, and that was only because of the size of the containers. If you are going to do your own, I would recommend getting your containers first and then determining how much or how big, wide, deep of a box, or you know, if you choose to create your own housing out of whatever material you can, yeah, you go with whatever your container is first, and that will help you determine how to make it. I was just lucky, I guess, because the same week I got these containers, I got something in this box from Amazon, and it was like a light bulb moment, you know. The containers, the box, it could fit, it could work. I'm gonna try to do this thing. And as I said, I was initially going to do the shelves with cardboard. Then I was advised to try this material and get my hands on some of it, and I did. And that's what I did the shelves with. Just hot glued it all together. Hot glue on the side, on the back, on the side, stuck it in. And yeah, you take your measurements, you put your shelves in, and there it is. It's a very, very simple project. It did not take me long. This just took me about an hour and a half, and the only reason why it took me that long is because I'm not a pro. I'm pretty sure if I had to do this again, it would take me less time because I'd know exactly what I had to do. Previously, I had to take my time and think and figure it out how to do it. Yeah, so there you go, guys. I hope it makes sense. I hope that it inspires you to maybe try and make your own. As I said, I love the Elizabeth Ward storage containers, but because of my workspace size, it's just not feasible having something that large. I did want to have something that would give me space, and this definitely does. If I want to use this flat, I can and just pull, or I can have it standing up, and it works great standing up. I do intend to put some brackets on the wall and lift it. Eventually, I will do that. But for now, it's just resting here on the edge of my table against my wall. And that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it makes sense. If you are not sure about anything, please feel free to comment. I would gladly answer any questions you have concerning it. I hope it inspires you maybe to try making something for yourself. I love this because these containers hold a lot of drills, and for large canvases, large kits, this is ideal. And one of the things that I like about it is if there is very little in here, I can usually pick up and dot straight out of the container onto my canvas. So like that, you can see that. So yeah, and sometimes I do that. I would shake it right here, and I would pick up all the ones that are right side up, and I would dot directly out of the container without having to use a tray. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I would be happy to answer any questions you all may have. If you like my video, please subscribe, hit the little bell for updates whenever I upload more videos. Like, if you don't like, that's fine. It's my journal. It's Saturday. I think it's the 22nd. I've been home for 5 days, so I am a bit oblivious as to the date. I think it is the 22nd. Alrighty, guys, I will say adieu and good night, and I hope you enjoy your Saturday. Bye. I'm going back to diamond painting. Bye.